Kindly take your seat.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, sir. With your permission, I'm responding to discussions on 4 items. One is the budget 2024-25, which is an interim budget. And then the second supplementary for the year 23-24 of the Union Government. And also talking in response to the discussions which are happening on Jammu Kashmir interim budget for 24-25 and the supplementary demand for grants for 23-24 of Jammu and Kashmir. So I'm responding to the discussions which have happened for all these 4 items. So without going into great detail about what has been provided for and so on, I'll just give the highlights and move on to responding to honorable members who have spoken on the topic. I would think, as was observed by honorable member N.K. Premchandran, it's an interim budget. We've kept the spirit of the vote on account, except for highlighting the fact that for capital expenditure for 24-25, we've kept an outlay of 11 lakh crores, 11,111 crores, which is a 17% hike over 23-24. Sorry, this is an outlay which is about 17% higher than the RE of 23-24. I just want to highlight that, sir. And this outlay is higher than the projected GDP growth rate of 10.5%. So even faster or higher than the GDP growth rate we've accommodated for capital expenditure. And the other feature which I'll draw the attention, which many honorable members have taken cognizance of, is that the fiscal deficit glide path which we had submitted before the House and got approved, 5.8% is what we have provided for this year, provided in the sense that's where we will be in the 23-24 budget. And for the forthcoming year, we are predicting that it will be 5.1%. Actually, 5.9 is what we were expected to reach, and 5.2 was what we were expected to reach the next year. But we have been fairly a lot more prudent and managed it efficiently. Therefore, we are able to reach, instead of 5.9, 5.0 this year itself, and the next year, instead of reaching 5.2, which would have been as per the glide path, we have made sure that we'll be 1 notch down, so we'll be 5.1 itself. So this being the highlight, I also want to underline the fact that the allocation for main and important heads are, if anything, more rather than coming down. Department of School Education and Literacy, for instance, is at the RE of this year, but higher than the BE of the current year. 68,805 now is 72,474 for the year 2024-25. Health and Family Welfare, similarly, 86,175 was the BE. Now it is 87,657. So nowhere have we cut down. Ministry of Minority Affairs, 3,098 was the BE. Now 3,183 is the BE crores. Similarly, for rural development, 1,57,545 has now become 1,77,566. Department of Social Justice and Empowerment, 12,847 was the BE. Now it's become 13,000. Ministry of Women and Child Welfare, 25,449 was the BE. Now it's become 26,092. So nowhere has there been a reduction. On the contrary, it's only an increase in the BE. Major capital allocations, sir. Road transport and highways, which received in the BE 2,58,606, is now receiving 2,72,241. Railways received 2,40,000. Now it's receiving 2,52,000. Defense 1,71,375 has now gone up to 1,82,241. And the state's capex loan scheme, which is interest-free 50 years, 1,30,000 has been retained at 1,30,000. So if that is the numbers for BEB comparison between 23-24 to 24-25, allocation for major flagship schemes have either remained so or gone up. In the PM Kisan Samman Nidhi, 60,000 crores BE 23-24 has remained 60,000 in 24-25. PM AY Awas Yojana Rural 54,487 is 54,500. PM Awas Yojana Urban 25,103 has gone up to 26,171. Jal Jeevan Mission 70,000 crore has gone up to 70,163. Manrega 60,000 has gone up to 86,000 crores, and that is a demand-driven program. PM Gram Sadak Yojana 19,000 crore remains at 19,000 crore. Samagra Shiksha is 37,453, has gone up to 37,500. PLI scheme 8,965 was given in BE 23-24. It's gone up to 16,021. Now the supplementary demands, sir. I'm not going into the detail of how much is cash supplementary, how much is technical supplementary. I want to explain as to where the supplementary demand is being spent. Department of Fertilizers get 3,000 for nutrient-based subsidy scheme for P&K fertilizers, subsidy going to farmers. So that is where the supplementary wants 3,000 crores. Department of Food and Public Distribution gets 9,231 for Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Defense Services on revenue expenditure gets 13,548, which will go for meeting the additional expenditure.
और 2 दिन बैठकर जिस तरह से पीठासीन अधिकारियों ने मंथन किया, खासकर विधायिका की तस्वीर को बेहतर बनाने को लेकर और समिति